Hey y'all, welcome back to the Praying Single Mom podcast, a podcast with the intention of bringing ease to Christian single moms all over the world as we discuss weekly real life issues such as parenting, mental health, childhood trauma, domestic violence, and much more. I'm your host, Lekeshia Cody. Let's get into it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Praying Single Mom podcast. Wanted to jump on really quick and tell somebody to just do it. Just do it. A lot of times we wait until the timing is right, or we wait for perfect conditions. You may want to wait until you lose weight before you start YouTubing, or you may want to wait until you're financially stable, until you start teaching others, or becoming a coach, or you may want to wait until your life is quote unquote perfect, or that you've read the whole Bible, or scripture word for word. You may want to wait for all of these different type of things before you do what it is that God has asked you to do. And unfortunately, that is absolutely unrealistic. You have to understand that God knew and He knows who you are. He formed you before you were in your mother's womb. And so what does that mean? That means that He considered your mistakes. That means that He considered your timing. That means that He considered that you would not be 100% ready, but He called you anyway. He destined you anyway. He purposed you anyway. And so He doesn't want you waiting for perfect conditions. He would love for you to go ahead and do whatever it is that He has asked you to do. And so instead of waiting on things to get perfect, I hear the Lord saying, when you move, I will move. Just like that, as you move, I will move. As you move and do what it is that I have asked you to do, everything that you are trying to perfect, you will see me perfect that thing for you. Some of you, you're like, oh, I'm not in a place financially to do this and do that. And it's causing you not to do anything because you don't want to deal with imposter syndrome. And so I hear the Lord saying, as you move and do whatever it is that I have asked you to do, whatever it is that I have called you to do, watch what I do in your life. Watch what I do in your finances. And of course, you do want to use wisdom. If you know that you are rebuilding your life financially, or if you know that you need to learn financial literacy, no, you don't want to go blowing your money on a credit, blowing money using your credit card, swiping your credit card here and there for things that you cannot afford. You want to use wisdom. You want to learn how to save. You want to learn how to budget. All of those different type of things, whatever it is, just get started. Find some free resources. Find out how you can create a website for free. I know they're charging for everything nowadays, but find other ways to do things to where it'll be something that you can afford. And then once you do get money coming in consistently, and then you can look into other paid features. You could be one of you guys could be on here and you want to be a motivational speaker. But you're like, oh, I need to wait until I get braces. Listen, guys, I can speak from experience, right? I used to hate my smile, and now I love my smile. Of course, it's not where I want it to be, but I thank God so much that it's not what it used to be. And for some of you guys that have been rocking with me for years, since like Aflac days, you already know like how my smile used to be. What I love about that time back then, although I was super insecure about my smile, God gave me a confidence back then like no other. So, but even now, I'm just so grateful. And I remember back then, I was like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. I want to do videos on social media, but I was like, I cannot do this with my smile looking this way. And I remember God just was telling me to go ahead and get started. And guys, as I began to get started on what He told me to do, He provided the resources for me to be able to afford braces and to get my mouth fixed. And so I had to take the first step in partnering with Him. So, as the Lord said, as I move, you move. And so when God moves, you move. And as you move, you'll see Him move as well. Right? And so I just wanted to tell someone on here, whoever this is for, you know who you are. Just do it. Write the book. Do the ebook. Start the course. Start the class. Go back to school. Get that degree. Whatever it is that God has asked you to do. Go into entrepreneurship, but do it with wisdom. And do whatever it is that He calls you to do, and watch God perfect it later. All right, guys. I love you guys, and we will talk soon.